on Netflix, and it's fire. Gentified. My guy JJ Soria is here. He plays Eric Morales. How close are you to that character? I feel a little bit of it here.
For sure. I mean, people ask me how much of a stretch is it from me? And
Not
I say
much of a stretch.
The
huh?
stretch was waking up in the morning.
That's
going
it.
to work.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean?
Getting going.
Every time I go to work. For the most part, I mean, listen, any character I play is me as that.
Sure.
So I have to own it, and the way I do that is if I was in these situations with these and with these personality traits, how would I play that? How would that make me feel? And that's why I think most of my performances come off pretty authentic, is because it is me as that.
Yeah. Wow. What a living, right? What a world.
It's awesome.
It's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. The show is awesome too, man. I mean,
how many episodes have you got into any of it?
Yeah, I got into it last night, and I'm.
I know you're a busy man.
No. Second episode, and then my son had to poop, and I had to get him in the shower.
That was it. How old is your son?
2 years old.
Oh man.
Yeah. He had an accident because we're doing pull-ups right now. And he didn't tell me that he had to go, and it just kind of surprised him. So I had that going
surprised
on.
You too.
Surprised everybody. Bro. Oh my God, we had to open all the windows. It was insane.
Oh wow.
I don't know how he poops like a grown man. He has to start paying rent. If it's gonna smell that hard, that much.
2 years old, I think that's good.
Dude, for real, you have any kids?
No, not yet. Not that I know of. No, I don't have any kids. No kids.
But you play this kid on the show, right? There's this kid chasing a dream with your family, East LA vibes, right? And authentic. There isn't. I haven't seen a reach yet in a show like this. And usually, sometimes you will see it because of maybe the studio, some notes. They kind of want it,
or maybe
a little
it's
more
written. Excuse me.
Americanized.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I'm gonna cut you off, but maybe it's because it's not written by the people that know what they're talking about. In a sense, you know what I'm saying?
There is that. You know.
That being said, Marvin Lemus is from Bakersfield, but him and Linda lived that when they came to LA, and Linda's from Norwalk.
Yeah, sure.
But Marvin moved to Boyle Heights because that's where he felt like most at home, and he took the town and made it and really got familiar with it, and plus it was just like home. So when he's writing, it's his authenticity, it's his truth, right?
Sure,
it's all the upbringing that we connect with. That all resonates within our family.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for sure. Eric,
so he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, sure. Eric, your character in the show has this dialogue about not being Mexican enough, not being American enough. Do you believe that in your own?
Well, that would be Carlos Santos' character, Chris.
Shoot, that's right. I'm sorry.
My character's more misunderstood, but I definitely
You're
identify.
The bad boy.
and I resonate with both those characters. I'm a pocho. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
I grew when I was little. My dad is from Durango, Mexico, and he's back in Mexico, got deported and everything.
Oh no.
But that being said,
I'm sorry about that, man.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other story. But
sure.
I started speaking Spanish first. I was going back and forth between Mexico and the States. I'm talking about early ages, like before 5.
Yeah.
When I first started really speaking, but then the kids in the neighborhood used to tease me for speaking Spanish. So because I'm sensitive to some degree, I just started speaking English.
Switched it up,
and then you got.
Well, you had to, I guess. You know.
But also, I think we're in a generation. At least I'm from a generation where you're trying to assimilate. You know, like my mom was born here, and my grandfather, her father, raised his family to fit in, to be an American, right? So they would use Spanish as their secret language. All his kids, my aunts and uncles, had to learn Spanish outside the home.
Wow.
So that coming from, the culture and everything got watered down in my family. So it wasn't like puro Mexicano, like from my dad's side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So me looking puro Mexicano, looking like my Spanish is my first language, and then not speaking it, I was trying to fit in. Where do I belong? I definitely wasn't American enough, and I may look Latino enough, but didn't have the culture.
Yeah.
So I was a bit of that Carlos character too. Then I'm misunderstood. I'm in honors chemistry out here in the Valley, Kennedy High School, and I got a teacher telling me, all you cholos are the same.
Ooh.
But I'm working hard, man. I'm working hard.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Trying to do good, and that's how. So I very much identified with the Carlos character and the Eric character.
You know, and then it touches on the Latinx generation, and not necessarily knowing Spanish as good as we should, or as good as the color of our skin should be. But it's a very real show. There's some real emotion there, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I'm sure you felt that filming it with the cast.
Yeah, no doubt. I would definitely, like I said, authentic. So when I was reading the page, reading
like
the
cussing,
script,
cabrona, and all this. Like,
That's
I
how
love
it
that.
is.
That's how it is.
Yeah, that's how it
you
is.
walk you walk
But
into my
the
parents' house, my dad is calling my sister a cabrona.
like if they talk to you that way, it's because they love you and they, you know, they have that comfortability with you. Your family talks to you that way because it's their terms of endearment.
They
if you
roast
will.
you, and that's their love.
Exactly.
And that's okay, you know?
So that's why I think it resonates with and there's never been a show like this that speaks to our people this way.
Yeah. You know, I thought about it, you know, being Latino, growing up Latino, your parents are your first bully.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
100%.
But it's with love, you know?
Yeah, I fall down, scrape my knee or something. My mom be like, "You're gonna be a little sissy. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry." Be like,
my dad be like, "Pa que se te quite, cabrón."
you know exactly, man. So yeah, the all of that authenticity speaks to all of us. And what I love about this show is that even though it speaks to us, it definitely gives you a family story through a window you haven't seen before.
Yeah, man.
But so the family story resonates with people of color and white people, everybody. And I'll say that you'll look into this window and be like, oh, I never looked at this window before. But damn, I understand the relationships because I have that in my own home through all ethnicities. So I think that's
I've
why
had this conversation before.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, this is a show that I believe NBC, Fox, CBS, you know, you name the network, is scared to produce. I believe they are probably they hold back from putting this type of truth on TV. You know, and that's when Netflix steps in and does the job. How did you get the call? How did the show come about?
Long story short, I was in Costa Rica having on vacation, and it was like when I say usually as an actor. You're always taking your tripod everywhere with you because you're gonna audition for something somewhere, right?
Oh, right.
Even when you're on vacation. But this time, I just come off another series. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna take a real vacation. Life is bigger than just work and everything. So I wasn't looking at nothing. I say all that to say I had other projects come my way, and I was like, no. As soon as I read the pilot, I called up my team and I'm like, man, because I was like, I saw the gold, bro.
Sure.
Everything is playing out with this project, and I've been saying this from the jump before I even auditioned for it. I go, this is a hit. I knew it was a hit. I knew the timing of it, the way it was written, it was gonna speak to the people, and I mean down to the casting, bro. I've been calling my shots. Shots. For sure. I walked in there and I walked in with my confidence, and you could take it one of two ways. You could be like, this guy is full of himself and get the hell out of here. Right. Or you could take it the way it's meant to be, which is I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Sure.
You know, when I read it, I knew what I had to offer this material.
Yeah.
So I went in, I let them know, and they felt that. And
you got to boss up a little bit, you know. Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with speaking your truth. If you,
and that goes for both men and women. You know, when women want to speak their truth, they're a bitch. That's false.
I'm all about speaking my truth. And I have life's too short, bro. Life is too short. If you don't get it, that's fine. That's fine.
Life is precious and short and fragile, man. We saw it with Kobe, man. And,
bro.
And Nipsey Hussle. And it's just reminded how
you know, the society, in the day and age, everyone's so caught up in chasing a bag that you kind of lose sight of the bigger picture, you know, about just really embracing the moment, embracing life, and, you know, the being grateful. I have a saying, I say, look at life through a lens of gratitude, and everything that matters will come into focus. You know, and when you do that, I mean, no matter whether you're doing your laundry, on vacation, or at work, life is a blast when you take that approach.
Straight up.
You know, you wake up in the morning, when you look at life through a lens of gratitude, everything that matters comes into focus. So like you wake up in the morning, breath. Without that, you ain't doing nothing. Without your physical abilities, you ain't. Man, day's already starting off great, baby. You know what I'm saying? I can walk, I can talk, I'm good. So anytime something hits, you win lottery, whatever it is that happens in your life, it just amplifies it.
Listen, if acting doesn't work out, I think there's a world of motivational speaking that's calling
that's
you.
my purpose, dog.
For real, dog.
No doubt. I like that's what I say. I may be making a living doing this, but I've been a preacher all my life.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Listen, it's not just words. You can feel what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm just speaking my truth.
Man, I think that's what also makes you a good actor too. Yeah. What was that, Les?
Oh no, I was gonna say the same thing you just said. But who were some actors that inspired you?
Well, again, like I said earlier, acting wasn't what I wanted to do. My dream was to play a professional sport. If anything, I identify more as an athlete, more as a fighter. But to answer your question, when I saw John Leguizamo, people just tell me, you look like John Leguizamo, and I'd be like, what? Man, I'd rather look like Jay Hernandez. And I was like, no, but
Mario Lopez, somebody.
But I saw his energy and everything. I became a fan, and I appreciate his work. So, and also,
that dude is a legend, man.
He is a legend, but the reason why he spoke to me so much is because there was some familiarity. I looked, I saw me, right, to some degree.
Yeah, yeah.
So actually now when people tell me, yo, because of you, I think that I could do it. And I'm like, no, you can. And that right there is a freaking award, bro. When you can inspire someone to believe in themselves, I'm all about
Crazy,
that,
right?
dog.
Seriously.
I'm all about that. That's the real award.
Yeah, man. Yo, that's Les. This is Leche from Whittier. Aspiring artist.
Aspiring, no, you're an artist. Take out the aspiring.
there
You're
we
an
go.
artist.
There we
Yeah,
go.
he's one of the most creative
I know.
humans I've ever met.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's rubbing off on me, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Is this rubbing off on you?
No,
I hope it is because
it's-
Leche is a different type of person.
It's
But a good
dope.
person.
It's dope to it's dope to hear your story. It's dope to feel your energy. But it's also dope when you were mentioning the names and the cities where everybody from the show was from: Norwalk, Bakersfield, Bow Heights, the Valley.
Pasadena.
That's it.
It's like, damn, bro. Like it really does motivate you. It really does inspire because it's like being from LA. You just like, damn. Like when is someone from this city gonna make it? When is someone? And then you know what I'm saying. You got people making it, so it's like,
happening,
damn,
Bro, I
it's
was
happening.
born in Boyle Heights.
Yeah.
I was born in White Memorial Hospital. And so okay. So you seen the second episode Remember that when I'm looking at the ultrasound?
Yes.
Okay, when we come out of the hospital
been
and we're
there,
walking
bro.
to her car,
Yeah.
I was born at that hospital.
really?
I'm looking at an ultrasound, bro,
Full
and
circle moment. That's
I was born right there,
That's
dog.
kinda cool,
So
man.
it's
Crazy.
That's
like
cool, man.
I always say,
it's a small thing, but it's awesome.
what's life coming full circle? Like
Yeah.
I always say, any role I played, 5 other people could have played it. We have, by the way, we have a lot of talented Latinos in
Yes.
the industry, musically, in front of the camera, behind the camera. We have something to contribute to this game.
Yes.
A lot to contribute.
1,000%.
to. A lot to contribute.
I'm
to
like,
this game.
I'm watching the show and I'm like, man, I look like every character in this show. I'm like, I
Amen.
need to be on this show, right?
Yeah.
The dude from Narcos is in there, bro. Like
Felipe
oh,
Esparza is in it.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
from
Felipe.
Felipe's from Boyle
Love
Heights.
that fool, man.
Yeah, he's so good.
So fool.
We
So,
got Dominicans, we got Puerto Ricans, we got
Yeah.
Mexicans,
No, it's beautiful.
I was gonna
Guatemalans.
say, you
Beautiful.
got a lot of Latinos
Yeah.
Beautiful.
in there, and it's not just Mexican.
That's what LA is now too. I feel like we're like, you know, we're not just Mexican. We're all
Yeah.
coming together.
Yeah.
we're all brown.
Latinos,
Dog.
yep.
Tap in with the brown. That's
Tap
my
in with
guy,
the
Leche.
brown.
Tap
Yeah,
in
no,
with
but
it.
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's dope to see that. It's inspiring, it's motivating, and I mean, I think the show is like you said, it's perfect timing. I mean, the weather, musically, as he's speaking,
Yeah.
it's been Latino driven. A lot of. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
It's-
Mm, Jason,
and
let me
also,
ask you.
well,
Okay,
go
go
ahead. Well, I was
ahead,
gonna say, and when you could tell because the response, let's just say with our people alone, man, I'm looking at my Instagram and people I could feel the emotion, like you feel
Yeah.
in the room with me. I feel the emotion of how it's connecting with people. Like, oh my gosh, this is I see myself, and so there's a yearning for it, and then also you're seeing that like we're not just the maid. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
No,
the
but we're more-
gardener and
The
the
cholo.
security
Yeah.
guard, the
Cholo. Oh, you
cholo,
cholos
all
are the
that.
same.
We have so much more to. We've been contributing to this society, and this is just proof of
Yeah.
that.
Now,
Yep.
Waka Flocka came in here yesterday and he said, I can't wait for y'all to get woke.
Yeah,
You know what I
he
mean?
said,
The
I
brown.
can't. Yeah,
He
he
said, I
said,
can't wait for the brown to get woke.
Like a freaking tsunami, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Mexican
Let
Latino
me ask you
tsunami.
this, JJ. Do you think Latinos judge other Latinos unfairly?
For sure. I mean, I was judged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For not knowing Spanish
For not-
well
exactly,
enough,
exactly.
or English enough.
Exactly. We got to get over
You're
that.
too
And that's
dark. You're not. You know. Oh,
you
God,
can
we
say it's
get it.
machismo. You can say it's in our culture.
Yeah.
You know.
It is.
And we just got to get over. But I think that comes from our own, like I said, our culture and our own insecurities. The way you tackle that is by looking yourself in the mirror and going into yourself and finding what your vulnerabilities are and being honest with yourself and just relating with other people that way, but with their vulnerabilities.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you get over that stuff.
Yeah. You try to at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to, man. Yo, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks, man. Thanks for
For
having
real.
me.
Come through anytime, man.
All right.
Seriously,
I'm gonna take you up on that.
No, I'm serious,
for
man.
real.
We're here every afternoon, man. You know where we're at now. Welcome home, man. It's Real
I'll bring you
92.3.
some churros or something. Yeah, I
You're
can't
not
come
down, bro.
empty-handed.
Yeah.
You're not
Churros.
down, bro.
you can't come empty-handed, bro.
Yeah, right. Some pan dulce.
Some- I mean, I was
Some
gonna say something,
tamales.
but I don't want to bring it up.
What?
Primo, you got money now, primo. Ya no se
Yeah.
la sacó ahora, primo. Ya.
That's Latino too, right
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
No, but
bro.
not, and I say you got money now because look, listen, I don't know your financial situation or not, but
Gentrified on Netflix.
I'm broke, bro.
Go
I'm
ahead.
broke, bro.
from the outside in, you know, they see a play like this and they automatically think you're rich.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not rich either, but yes, you know.
And it happened. I mean, at least when I started working in a radio station, I'm like, they're like, everybody think I'm rich. Hell no, I'm not rich.
Yeah.
I'm still poor. And don't ask me for favors.
We're even more broke now.
Even more
For
broke.
tickets.
But I mean, do people approach you and family be like, hey, mijo, préstame 100,
Hit you with
préstame,
that guilt, that
préstame
Mexican
200.
guilt. You
know
guys
what,
talk about white guilt in the show, but like Mexican guilt is real
fortunately,
too.
I haven't had anybody really come across me like that. I mean, I've had other just random people come across me like that,
Yeah.
and you know, I try to. I'm definitely. My perspective on life is it's not so much what you can get; it is more about what you can give.
Sure.
And I do my best by giving my full effort to each day, give my full effort of myself. And whether if I can give some money, I'll give some money if I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm hurting, because if I'm hurting, then it's not. If I'm not healthy, how am I going to be able to help anybody else?
That's
You
like
know
in
what
the
I'm saying?
airplane, right? They say, you know, in case, you know, if the mask fall down, put yours on first.
Exactly.
And then help someone.
Exactly. So, but I'm working to do that. I'm definitely want to use a platform, or I'm using the platform to help out others.
Do that,
and
man.
I'm so excited because I'm a force to be reckoned with, and,
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to contribute to our society and bring other people
And
up.
to the arts.
Exactly.
And to the arts.
With,
man.
with the giving said, we did it one time on the show. We're asking, what are your rules to giving money to a panhandler, someone in the street? Like, for example, I don't give money to someone in the streets if they got a flip phone. Okay, I'm gonna give you money. If their phone got apps, you ain't getting money, dog.
To me, honestly,
If they got clean shoes, you ain't getting no money,
We
dog.
saw a homeless guy on the phone the other day. He was going through his apps, remember? And I'm like,
Didn't he have a
hey, man, let me get my 5 back, man.
yeah, you know what? Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
No, and then remember you were telling us that some dude asked you for money, or was it Jeff?
Jeff.
And he said, nah, I don't have any. And he said, don't worry, I got the square. The dude had the square.
Shut up.
I swear to God.
No way.
Yeah.
That's some nerve. That's
Yo,
some.
and Jeff was just like, I can't do it. I can't,
So
you
with
gotta
that being
swear.
said, what are your rules? Who do you
I
give
don't
to?
honestly. It depends on the day. It depends on the day.
Yeah.
Some days I'm like I feel like giving money, and some days I'll just go inside. I'll grab them something quick. Depends. I mean. I'll be judgmental on some level and be like, okay, well, how do I see you? How do you look? You know, just how I'm feeling. And sometimes I just won't care. I'll be like, all right, here you go, man. Just here. Like, just however you use it, just how you use it. You know,
Yeah,
I have no
yeah.
control over that, man.
Sure,
All
yeah.
I know is that my heart's in the right place at that moment.
Yeah. And you're just, you know, you're driven that day to give or not give. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You have
exactly.
to feel it out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yo, Gentified, JJ, thank you so much for
Gentified,
coming through.
Gentified,
Gentified.
Netflix
Hey,
right now.
Gentified.
Gentified, Netflix. I promise you, probably binge it in 3 days.
Yeah,
and
man.
at the most. You probably knock it out. People have been knocking it out in one sitting, straight up half hour
good.
pieces, and it's pop, 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 pop. And they're already asking. It's only been 2 weeks out, and they're already asking for the next season.
I love that. Yeah,
Do
man.
we
I
have
see it
any
in the
word yet?
comments.
The first 28 days are very crucial, so I'm thank you for bringing that up because watch it as much as you can on as many devices as you can.
Yes, sir.
Let it play while you're cleaning the house, because we want to leave no question that there's a yearning for this type of content.
Thank you.
That we want to be seen in this way because this is our truth and this is the way we need to be seen. So change the whole perspective of how we're viewed.
Keep fighting, bro. Thank you so much, man. Cruise Show, Real 92.3.